Good day, everyone. Welcome to the AM Corner, where we start our days right and our futures bright. If you're watching this right now, I want you to pause for a moment and ask yourself, ready na ba akong maging registered social worker? Because today, hindi lang tayo mag-uusap about the exam, we are going to be talking about your future profession. And ako si Andre, and as someone who has been teaching and guiding aspiring social workers, I've seen one common struggle. Ito yung usually na naririnig ko, no? Usually, some students are asking about the coverage ng examination and some are asking saan ba daw magsisimula. Where will we start about preparation of the exam? And minsan they are overwhelmed with the coverage and the subject kasi uh, unlike other courses, tayo kasi 3 days ang examination natin. That's really gonna be taking toll to you, no? Kapag uh, very overwhelmed ka. This is the best opportunity for us to get to know ano ba ang social work, how to be a social worker, and what's the licensure examination. Without further ado, let's get started. Let's start building your future starting today. Ayan. Unang-una, no? Who can take the licensure examination for social workers? Or sino ang pwedeng mag-take ng board exam? So para makapag-take tayo ng board exam, may tatlong requirements na kailangan i-meet. And this is not optional, this is mandatory. No? So first and foremost, you have to graduate as a Bachelor of Science in Social Work. No? So yun ang unang-una mong gagawin. Kung may magtanong sa inyo, no, what if ang course ko psychology, what if sociology, yan, paano ako makakapag-board exam? So it's not possible for you. No? If you're taking those undergraduate courses, hindi ka magiging social worker. No? So dapat social work ang yung degree. Pangalawa, it has to be, or the school has to be CHED recognized. Dapat recognize siya na CHED. So, hindi lang basta graduated ka. Dapat accredited and legitimate yung school kung saan ka nag-enroll. And for the PRC eligibility, you have to be eligible. So, what does it mean na maging eligible sa PRC? So, dapat kompleto ang documents mo. And we will discuss that later on. And you don't have any legal issues na might affect your application, and you adhere sa lahat ng requirements na hiningi ng PRC. For those of you na hindi aware sa PRC, it's the Professional Regulation Commission. That's the one who administers the board exam, and they validate if you're gonna be qualified, and they will be the one who will give you the license once you pass the board exam or any other board courses. So that's the eligibility natin, no? So social work, practice, yan. Other degrees do not qualify. Make sure your program or is properly accredited before applying. So next naman tayo, what are the application or requirements? Ano ba yung kailangan mo ihanda before you take the board exam? So number one, PSA birth certificate. I'm sure sana no lahat tayo mayroon ng birth certificate. Now this is or should be an official copy from the Philippine Statistics Authority or authority. So why do we need this? Because our information will be verified, no? Your name, your birthday, your citizenship. No? So make sure malinaw yung copy mo, and eto, no, some had problems with their names sa kanilang birth certificate. So make sure tama ang spelling ng pangalan mo. Yan. Pangalawa, transcript of records, or this is the official academic record mo mula sa university registrar. Ano bang laman ng TOR? All those subjects na tinake mo, all your grades, and the confirmation na you graduated from the Bachelor of Science in Social Work. So, importante yan because they will check if you're gonna be qualified academically. And titignan nila if yung mga required subjects is na-take mo. Dapat meron siyang seal and signature ng registrar. So that's for the TOR. Number 3 naman, our valid IDs or photos. So kailangan mo to, no? What are the government issued IDs? UMI, yung national ID natin, passport, driver's license, and kailangan mo ng recent passport size photos. So, again, ID siya, so it needs to be verified. So, kaya kinukuha natin yan. And they will use your ID and the photos mo for your PRC records and exam documents. So, make sure na yung format ng photo adheres to the requirements. No? And iwasan ang paggamit ng old photos. Sana, no? Para hindi ka na magka-problem. Kasi baka yung iba, a few years ago na yung picture nila. No? So, yeah. Next naman no, for the PRC online application, lahat ng application ngayon ay ginagawa na natin sa LERIS. No, so LERIS is a licensure examination and registration information system. That's under PRC. No? So anong gagawin mo dito? You will create your account and you will fill out the application form. And you will upload all your requirements then. And sa LERIS din or sa PRC, nag-schedule ng appointment. So that's for all your application requirements. After you've already graduated, you took up your, what do you call that, OJTs na. And yeah, that's the one you should prepare. So next, dito na tayo sa coverage. So the coverage of the exam, we have 5 areas in social work. So una-una, we have human behavior and the social environment. Pangalawa, we have the social welfare policies, programs, and services. Third one, so the social work practice, one with field instruction, one or the casework. Fourth one naman, social work methods, two, working with groups or the group work. And number 5 is the social work practice 3 and field instruction 3. Dissect natin yan no, isa-isa. No? Para alam nyo rin kung ano yung coverage ng board examination natin. So first and foremost, ito yung unang-unang examination natin. No? That's the human behavior and the social environment. Ano ba yung coverage ng HBSE? So, sa mga nagtatanong dyan. And this coverage is based on our table of specification last 2022. No? So as far as I know, hindi pa naman siya nag-update. Yeah. So for HBSE, una-una, ang coverage nan is the Philippine social realities. Ano ba yung social realities? The definition, factors, analysis. Yan. For social realities, nandiyan yung poverty. Ano ba yung dimension ng poverty? Types of poverty. And nandiyan din yung globalization, yung sectors, yung mga sectors natin which are children, women, and elderly, indigenous people, urban poor, and social problems ng Pilipinas. Yes. So dapat alam natin yung mga trends, no, kung ano yung problema na kinakaharap natin ngayon. And the social welfare programs per sector. That's only for the Philippine social realities. So in HBSE, meron din tayong Filipino personality, which is the human development. Very known to, no? Our biopsychosocial, cultural, spiritual. Yan. So we have also personality theories. No? Behavioral, yung social learning theory, the humanistic theory, yan. Cognitive, ni Piaget, yan. Kohlberg, Carol Gilligan, yan. And for Filipino personality, nandyan syempre yung Filipino values. Ang favorite natin, yung utang na loob, pakikipagkapwa, yan, kapwa, and the application for or to this social work practice. Kasi sa HBSE, meron din yung situational, kahit mostly terminologies yung na-encounter natin. So halo-halo na rin yan. Of course, for HBSE, meron tayong social deviation. What is deviance? Anong concept ng deviance? No? Ano pa? Behavioral personality issues. What are social issues? Yung crimes. Yan. Pag-uusapan din yan. Deviant behavior. And for HBSE, meron din tayong social environment, which is the PI, person and environment, the systems theory. So yung mga assessment tools natin, such as Genogram, ECOMAP, yan. I-cover din yan ng HBSE. And social change and development perspective, which is the social change itself, the modernization theory, yan, dependency theory, world systems, gender and development, and social movements. So yun ang sa HBSE. And you have to understand na HBSE is about understanding the person in his context. So hindi lang tao yung tinitingnan natin, kundi yung environment nila. So when we see it, three-dimensional or more dimensions, or better yet, multi-dimensional siya when we view it. We view people as their social status, kung mahirap sila, their family background, and their culture. So in HBSE, we ask how this or how do this event shape the client's behavior. So yun ang mindset natin when we tackle HBSE. So next naman, no, second topic natin or areas in the board exam is the social welfare policies, programs, and services. Dito makikita natin, no, based on our presentation, may statistics and research. Ito usually yung ano natin, no, yung iniilagan natin. But it's bound to be there, no, kasi we're talking about policies, no, programs. Sa statistics, ano bang nakapaloob dyan, no? It's descriptive, yung mean, median, mode, no? Paano ba computein yan? The graphs, ano pa? Standard deviation, yung frequency distribution table, yan, chi-square, yan. Mga favorite natin. Yan. Sinong may favorite ng statistics dyan? Hindi ako yun. Nahirapan din ako actually when I was reviewing about this. So, meron yan, no? Siyempre, nandito rin yung research, the social work research, which tackles the research process, yung statement of the problem, hypothesis, the framework, how would we view the review of related literature, and the research designs. Kasama yun sa SWPPS. And meron din tayong research too, which is the data collection method. Ano ba, no? Usually when we use quantitative, ano bang data collection natin? So, syempre, maramihan yun, no? It's about numbers. Whereas kapag naman qualitative, no, mas ano siya, grounded. We're focusing on interviews. Ganyan. Ano ba yung instrument na nagamit? No? How to analyze data. Yan. Even the research presentation. For SWPPS, syempre, nandyan din ang ating policy making. No? What's the process of policies? And later on, we will tackle that, no, sa ating mga future videos. No? Policy making process, what's budgeting, what's funding, no? What's the social development. And ito, no, laging tinatanong to, kailangan po ba i-memorize natin lahat ng batas? Oh, no! So, I would say internalization, yung familiarization is important kasi we don't know kung ano yung lalabas. So, you have to read as well. Ano ba usually na laws na lumalabas sa board exam? Of course, our social work law, which is 4373. Yan yung lumalabas. We also have the child abuse law, which is RA 7610. We have the VAUSI law, RA 9262. We have the Senior Citizens Act, which is RA 9994. No? And ano ba yung ginagamit when we create policies? What are the tools? What are the ethics in policy making? So, kasama yan sa SWPPS. Meron din tayo dito na Social Welfare Administration, which is the POST-D Corp. If you know the acronym, search nyo yan. The management theories, classical theories, human relations. What are the leadership styles? What is supervision? What are the types of supervision? Ano bang pinagkakaiba ng NGOs over the government systems? And kasama yan sa Social Welfare Administration. Yan. Hello po sa ating mga manonood. Good evening. And for SWPPS, no, mahaba siya. We have also project development and management. Ano bang nakapaloob dito? The project cycle mula sa planning stage, the implementation stage, the monitoring stage, evaluation stage. Now, we have log frame or the logical framework. Paano ba ginagawa yung needs assessment? Yan. And the proposal writing, kasama yan sa SWPPS. I'm not saying na all of this will be covered by the board exam. Kasi in our table of specification, we have specific number kung ilan or the percentage kung ilan yung kukunin sa area na to. So I suggest you view or you read the table of specifications. For SWPPS, the subject is about systems or the structure. So we are dealing with laws and policies. No? As social workers, nakikibagay tayo or nakikibaka, no? When we create policies, when we create laws, when we develop systems. No? So dapat marunong ka mag-analyze ng data as a social worker. You have to know what are the laws, yung relevant, kasi hindi na reason na hindi natin alam yung batas. No? So ignorance of the law excuses no one. Ika nga. And we have to know how to manage programs. Kasi in social work, kailangan complete staff work. You should be able to do everything. Halimbawa, kapag kulang yung workforce nyo. No? So, at least you have a background with how to plan, how to monitor, how to evaluate. So, ang idea natin dito with SWPPS, a good social worker is both compassionate and systematic. So, in social work, we should be systematized or may system dapat tayong pinanghahawakan. So, that's for SWPPS. For the third subject naman natin or area, it's the casework. For casework, nakikita natin it's the heart of direct social work practice. Andito na yung helping process. But first and foremost, in casework, you have to know the foundations. Ano ba yung history ng social work? Yan, basa-basahin natin yan. We have been graced by Ms. Telma Lee Mendoza, the Bible, no, our orange book. So meron tayong foundations of social work and its history. What is generalist practice? No? What's the meaning of plan change? Ano bang process ng plan change? So in casework, you have to define casework. You have to know what are the goals of casework. What is case management? Yeah. What are the theories ng casework? No? What are the systems? Yan ang ating i-cover sa ating social casework. Nandyan din ang helping process. As mentioned, yan, intake, assessment, intervention, and termination. For the helping process, naka-integrate din ang ating Filipino values, which is the bayanihan, yan, pakikiramay. We also have here common Filipino problems, poverty, abuse, etc. For the helping process, i-discuss or we have to know how to differentiate or how to know or what is the process of the helping process. Yun nga, as we mentioned, the intake, it's the first thing that you will do and yun yung sukatan para masabi natin na client na natin ang isang tao. No? That's intake. So assessment, intervention, termination. For casework, pag-aaralan natin what are the roles and skills of a social worker. In casework, meron din tayong social work counseling, which is one of our trends na rin. No? We have counseling theories, the CBT, or cognitive behavioral therapy. No? That's CBT. We have humanistic, we have psychodynamic. Nandito rin yung PI, no? Or the person and environment. Nakikita natin nagre-recur yung mga iba't ibang nating subjects. And counseling techniques. For fields of practice naman, kasama din to sa casework, we have medical field, no? Social work working in medical field, legal, no? School social workers, community social workers. In field, meron din tayong corporate social worker. Ano ba yung emerging trends ng social work? That's number one, corporate social responsibility, yung migration, ito, usong-uso, mental health. So probably, lalabas yan sa board exam. And the digital or social media issues na kinakarap natin. So that's for the emerging trends. Sa casework, meron din tayong communication and documentation. Ano ba yung interview process? What are the skills that you need in order to interview? How to record the case? Yan. And report writing. We have to remember, no, this casework is the heart of the practice. So it's step by step. No, we don't do everything or we don't do anything randomly. Ika nga. No? So our key idea in casework is helping is a structured and a professional process. That's it for our social work practice 1 casework. Second part naman ng method, which is technically our fourth area in the board exam, it's the social work methods to group work. So sa group work, pag-aaralan natin, no? Again, foundations. And hindi mawawala yung foundations ng group work. In the Philippine setting and in Western. Ano ba yung models ng group work? What are the social goals? Ano yung remedial theory or model? What's the reciprocal model? What's the developmental model? So, kasama yan sa group work. Ano ba yung types ng group? Diba? We have primary group, we have secondary group. We should be able to compare what's task group versus treatment groups. So ano bang karakteristik ng social group? Yan, isa yan sa pag-aaralan natin. So, for group work concepts, ito, I'm sure na-encounter nyo na, the purposes of groups, ano bang meaning ng means, yun, target of change, yan, ano yung mga meaning niya, no? What's the agent of change? Yan. So, yan ang coverage, no, ng group work. Nauulit yung mga ganitong questions, guys. So, you have to understand well how to differentiate the three of them. So, in group work, we also have theories, the systems theory, psychodynamic theory, the learning theory, ayan, and the group development. Nakikita natin dito sa screen, that's the group development stage, forming, storming, norming, performing, and terminating. Yan. So, anong ibig sabihin nito, no? Effective group work integrates theories with intervention models like CBT and crisis intervention, culminating in hands or culminating in hands-on field practice. Sabi nga nila. No? So in group work, meron din tayong the pre-group phase, the intervention models, and the field instruction. For field instruction, ito na yung application natin ng group work theories. How would we apply these models, these theories in actual practice? Program design, ganyan. Sa group work, tinatanong yung ating facilitation skills in group work. Sa field instruction yan, lalabas. So, in group work, it focuses on the collective experience. But in group work, we also cater to their individual experiences. So, ano siya? Twofold siya. So, minsan mas effective ang change when it comes with group setting in comparison with casework. And important idea natin, the group itself becomes a tool for change. That is social work methods to group work. For the last area naman natin, the social work practice 3, community organizing. Ito, no, as we can see, CO, it's mobilizing people towards collective action grounded in empowerment, social justice, and participatory development. In in CO, ang pinag-aaralan natin is the community. No? Una-una yan. No? Yan ang una nyo dapat i-cover. What is a community? What are the concepts of community? What are the types of community? Again, may history din dito. What is the history of community organizing? We also have theories and models. What are the models of community organization? Ano ba yung empowerment approach? Social justice framework. Yan. For the process, ito very important. Tandaan natin, what does it mean when we say social preparation? That's the first process. Second, the leadership development, wherein we tap the community members, organization building, consolidation, and expansion. So that's the CO process. Tools for community analysis, paano ba i-conduct ang needs assessment sa isang particular barangay or community? What does it mean when we say stakeholder analysis? Ano bang ibig sabihin ng resource mapping? Yan. So, yan ang ating pag-aaralan sa CO. No? Nandito rin ang roles of community organizer or organizer. No? What are the roles of a community organizer? Yan, facilitator. Ito mostly ginagawa natin kasi in communities, we have to let them be the voice of change. No? Sila dapat yung gumagalaw. No? So they have to do all the legwork. And we act as a facilitator. No? We mobilize our community and we advocate for them. No? So sa CO, meron tayong community development, meron tayong social action, meron tayong social planning. Yeah, social planning. So, ano bang pagkakaiba ng tatlo na 'yon? Itong tatlo na 'to, lalabas 'to sigurado. Like, very definite ako do'n kasi it's about the models, 'no. So, kailangan alam niyo siya kung paano i-differentiate. Like, for social planning, social workers are the expert planners. For, for social action, we advocate for the rights of the marginalized group. For CO or the community development, we mobilize the community members to solve their problems. No? So we serve as a guide for them. For community education and training naman, we have training needs assessment. So how to create modules, yan, and facilitation skills. Dito, no, since this is method, meron din fields instruction questions. Tatanungin kayo what is or what are the actual community work. No, these are the questions. No? What does it mean when we organize people? No? What is capacity building or capability building? Program implementation, no? How to conduct monitoring and evaluation. That's community organizing. Key areas natin or key ideas when we talk about CO, this is macro. No? CO is a macro practice. So, hindi lang individual, you cater to all the community. No? So, sustainable change happens at the community level. That is community organizing. No? Again, if you want more clearer explanation, more specific, you can browse on Google, search nyo yung table of specification for licensure examination for social workers. There you will see yung percentage, ilan yung kukunin na question for this specific topic. No? So my tip is to adhere with the table of specification. No? Kasi at least once na you're reviewing and then alam mo sa sarili mo na na-cover mo lahat, no? Mas magiging confident ka kaysa yung magre-review ka ng iba-iba yung hawak mo. So, that's one way to put it. So, the licensure examination for social worker builds you as a complete social worker, especially in the Philippines dahil we are a generalist practitioner. So, dapat you can be able to cater individually, no? So that's casework. For groups, no, kailangan kaya mo mag-facilitate ng group and the community itself and the system as well. Kaya meron tayong social welfare policies. Dapat alam mo kung paano paggalawin ang isang programa. Kung para dapat alam mo ano yung proseso ng paggawa ng polisiya, paano ba yung proper way to document, no? Et cetera, et cetera. So social work, it's a holistic practice. Nakikita natin yan when we check our areas in the board examination. So that's our coverage for the social work board examination. Ayan. Next naman tayo, the exam format. Ito, lagi rin itong natatanong. May magtatanong sa akin, Sir, meron po bang essay? Ganyan. May essay po ba sa board exam? I don't know the specific year when, pero before, no, there was a time na nagkaroon ng essay sa board examination. But for board, we stick with the 100 questions per area. No? So wala tayong essay, but the questions are framed situational. So dapat, kahit wala tayong essay, we know how to read questions properly. No? Especially pag mahaba sila. Yan. And exam format natin, whole day exam. No? Pag first day nyo, lalo, since meron kayong mga personal information na kailangan tapusin, maaga ang first day. Pero I suggest na all throughout, maaga kayong pupunta sa examination center. Examination center or the school. So, the board exam is situational again. They can be tricky minsan kasi we know minsan nasa utak natin yun na yung sagot pero makikita mo ang tinatanong pala yung hindi, yung wala sa nabanggit or negative yung hinahanap mo. No? So dapat marunong tayong basahin or yung pacing natin when we review or when we read the question, hindi tayo bara-bara, ika nga. So that's the exam format. Next naman, passing rate. Ito, marami din nagtatanong dito, no? Ano bang passing rate natin? So in social work board examination, you have to get 70% as your general average to pass the board exam. So dapat your general average is 70%. But no, may minimum siya per subject. So that's 50%. No subject should fall below 50%. So balance is key. Halimbawa, mahigit 70% yung score mo or the average that you have. Pero meron kang subject na mababa sa 50, automatically, no, sadly, hindi mo makukuha yung exam. No? So, we have to remember that. But I don't like you to dwell on this. No, ayoko na iniisip niyo na parang hala baka hindi ako pumasa or baka or i-aim mo lang na 70% yung makukuha mo. So dapat hindi tayo ganon. Magte-take na rin kayo ng board. So push nyo na, no? Do it in the highest level, sabi nga ni Rufa May. 'Di ba? Let's aim for the stars, no? Kaya dapat kapag nagre-review tayo, you have to goal yourself or make goals for yourself na at least, 'di ba? Kung gusto mong mag-top ng board exam, do it, no? So, yun na yung pangarapin natin. Para at least kahit pumasa tayo, 'di ba, masaya ka na, 'no? Kaysa yung inaabangan mo na 70% yung makukuha mo or you should have 50% on your subject, 'no? So, yun ang gusto kong impart sa inyo when we talk about the passing rate. And since meron tayong mga review, 'no, I'm sure or maybe most of you enrolled sa review center at merong mga mock exam diyan, check nyo kung saan kayo mahina, 'no? And then, but you don't need to or you should not focus on that kung saan kayo mahina. So dapat equally important pa rin lahat ng areas. But assess yourself. So kung mahina ka, put more effort to this area. So that's my one tip for you. And for the duration naman, duration natin, yan, once a year. So isang beses lang tayo nagkakaroon ng board exam, no? But before, I think that was back nung pandemic, no? Twice nagkaroon ng board exam, one in February, one in August or September, no? But for this year, chinek ko sa PRC, our board exam will be on September 9, 10, and 11, 2026. So yun ang ating board examination for this year. The board exam usually sa atin as social workers, September yan nagaganap. No? Like we've discussed kanina, your first day, in the morning, ang itatackle yung area is HBSE. For the second or afternoon session, SWPPS. On the next day, your second day, it will be the method 1, which is casework in the morning. And in the afternoon, group work yan. And for the last day, community organizing. So that's a morning, afternoon session tayo. Yan. Ito naman, best review strategies. Although we have previous video, if you did not or hindi nyo pa napanood yung ating tips, kasi sineparate ko siya, no? I invite all of you to watch that on YouTube. We have tips and tricks, strategies for the board exam. We have also previous strategies na na-post na last year. But our new video, mas updated siya and mas practical siya. No? So number 1, understand, don't memorize. The exam rewards critical thinking. Ako kasi ginawa ko to, no? I always question the question. Although sabi nila wag, no? But I don't question the question, pero I ask the question on myself na, okay, para sa'yo, tama ba to? No? So parang ito mali kasi ganito. No? So I talk to the question. Actually, nagmumurmur ako nun pero parang nabawalan ata ako. Pero I think pwede naman yun siguro kung mahina lang. No? Pero yun ang aking best practices. Kausapin ng tanong, na ibalik sa akin ng tanong. Yan. So you have to understand, Pero may mga times na kailangan natin mag-memorize siyempre when we talk about the laws kasi numbers 'yan, or puwede rin naman na we can have mnemonics, isa 'yun sa possible na gawin natin. Practice situational questions, work through case scenarios regularly to sharpen your professional judgment. Ito ginagawa na natin in the methods, no? Pero it will help you a lot if you read past examination questions, if you want to stream or i-binge watch nyo yung ating mga videos. Yan, last year, marami tayong ganyan. I made sure na pati yung mga maling tanong ay maling sagot. So, ina-explain natin. No? So that's I think it's a best way to read and review or internalize. Review key laws, RA 4373, yan, VAUSI, child protection. Ayan. Sa previous video natin, na-mention ko na you have to know para kanino yung batas na ito. Ano yung kinikater ng law na yon? No, how does it apply to you as a social worker? Yan. That's one way to put it. And take mock exams. Yan. It will build your stamina kasi you can practice using our exam condition. Parang isi-stimulate or isi-simulate mo yung sarili mo, no? To have that or to understand well the questions. No? So that's our best review strategies. We have a lot of strategies as we go along sa ating mga videos and even on my previews and recent videos. So you might as well check that one out. And ito naman, no? Think like a social worker. The board exam doesn't just ask ano ang tama, it asks ano ang best. This distinction is where many reviewees struggle. We should or we can't practice reasoning through scenarios. Know the code of ethics. I always say this kasi there are questions that itetest yung ability mo to know kung naintindihan mo yung code of ethics natin and our principles, no? Like the acceptance, individualization, client-worker relationships, yan. Yung defense mechanisms, yung transference, counter-transference, and other, yung ibang mga guiding principles natin. Kasi it will test you kung you will be ethical. No? Kasi may mga questions na unethical. So, kung di mo alam yung mga guiding principles and code of ethics, mali ka na doon agad. No? So, we have to know and read that. And always prioritize client welfare and professional standards. Ito, no? Minsan magtatanong ang exam, ano bang dapat unahin? No? So, bibigyan ka ng mga maraming tanong or maraming problema no, sa isang case. And then, iisipin mo which comes first. Yan. Syempre, dapat pag mga ganong tanong, we have to ask, are we prioritizing the client safety, like health, like physical safety, guys, no? Baka kasi mamaya unahin niyo yung trabaho niya versus yung kalagayan ng kanyang kalusugan. So, that's one way to see that. And board exam has situational questions, application of policies, yung mga batas like we've mentioned, and the ethical dilemmas. So, again, think like a social worker. If you're a social worker, anong gagawin mo? So, ano tayo dito? Hindi tayo realistic, no? Kasi baka meron sa inyo na merong current work tapos gustong i-apply yung trabaho nila or their experiences sa board. I suggest we stick with the books, no? Yung theories, the best practices on the books. Kasi minsan, baka meron kang ibang way to do it. You have your own take about a certain problem na that might confuse you. Kaya dapat, dun tayo sa kung ano yung nasusulat. Ika nga. That's you thinking like a social worker. Ayan. Ito na tayo, very goal-oriented tayo, very positive, very ambitious, no? Siyempre dapat ambisyosa tayo. So after passing, you're a registered social worker. Ayan, palakpakan naman natin. Congratulations to you, no, if you're watching this. Talagang i-manifest na natin 'yan, no? Nagre-review ka na lang din, magpapasa ka na ng requirements, nagtapos ka na ng ang undergraduate mo, no? So let's hope for the best and do the best that we can. Kapag kayo ay registered social worker na, you will conduct or you will be required to have your oath taking before you claim your PRC license. Your official professional identification card as a licensed social worker. At least meron na tayong valid ID, no? 'Di ba? Hindi na lang ano, national ID yung gamit natin. So that's another valid ID for you. And become an RSW from student to registered social worker, ready to serve communities and make a difference. This is gonna be the start of your journey. No? Mahaba-haba pa, but it's a major life milestone for you if you already passed the board exam. Alright, no? So, yun ang ating frequently asked questions for the licensure examination for social workers. Yeah. Here. But before we end this video, no, I think baka meron pa kayong mga tanong no, na frequently asked question na hindi natin na-cover. No, just message me, message the page, our page. Ayan, nakikita natin. You can connect with us. We have our TikTok page, the AM Corner. We post snippets ng ating mga videos dyan. Very informative and other contents as well. We have our The AM Corner Social Work Learning Series. Our Facebook page, kung di ka pa nakapanood or hindi ka pa nakapag-like, just sana mag-follow ka na rin. No? So, kasi we will post updates there in case meron tayong mga bagong videos. Aabangan natin yan. And our YouTube video, or sorry, YouTube channel, The AM Corner. Ito, no, marami tayong videos dyan na libre. No? You can view that. You can watch our previous videos. Meron tayong podcast dyan na nagawa. And if you want to access our videos, yung mga exclusive videos natin from the recent board exam and also upcoming board exam, you can join our channel. You can check our YouTube page and then yung nakapin na video dyan, panoorin nyo yun. And you can choose tier doon, no, kung, or tier. I'm not sure kung anong pronunciation. No. We have basic, we have exclusive videos, and we have with final coaching. So, I invite all of you sa lahat ng nanonood na to subscribe to our channel, and kung gusto niyo ng exclusive contents, join na rin kayo. Ayan, thank you so much, guys. That brings us to the end of our session. But before we end, I want to remind all of you that the board exam or social work is not just an exam, it's our commitment to serve. And every concept na pinag-aaralan nyo, every practice question you answer, and every sacrifice you make, this is not just for you, this is for your family, and this is for the people you will serve in the future. So if you are tired now, no, baka meron sa inyo, marami sa inyo na pagod, overwhelmed, very doubtful, yan, balikan mo lang kung ano yung dahilan mo, bakit ka nagsimula. Yan. Again, this is the AM Corner where we start our days right and our futures bright. If you like this session, please like and please share and follow na rin kayo sa ating mga social media platforms. And I invite all of you to comment down below RSW this 2026. And because we are not just hoping, we are already claiming it. Claim na natin yan. See you next session. And remember, your preparation today is your impact tomorrow. Thank you so much, guys. And I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye for now.